Hey everybody, John Quick here. Before we dive into the episode, I want to let everybody know we're doing a giveaway. So if you're finding this on Facebook, great. If you have not found this on Facebook, go to Must Read Alaska's Facebook. This post will be pinned to the top. The full video of Thunder's catch will be pinned to the top. Like, comment, share, tag a friend. Each one of those will be one entry to win a swag giveaway with probably some smoked salmon and their new smoked salmon chowder product. I will pick somebody Sunday evening. I'll do a video on who wins. But in order to enter, it's free to entry for this giveaway. Go to our Facebook. The full video will be pinned to the top. Like, comment, share, tag a friend. And I'll pick somebody on Sunday for a swag giveaway for Thunder's Catch. Without further ado, we'll go into the episode. Thanks.
Hello there, Alaskans, wherever you are. Welcome to the Must Read Alaska Show, coming to you from somewhere in Alaska. This is the place where we talk about, you guessed it, Alaska, where we keep the mainstream media on their toes and where we are standing up for what's right in a world run by leftists. You can find out more by heading over to mustreadalaska.com and also checking out the Must Read Alaska YouTube channel for some really great content. But first, let's get this party started.
Welcome, everybody, to the Must Read Alaska Show. I'm your host, John Quick, coming to you live from somewhere in Alaska. And we had a doozy last night here on the Kenai Peninsula. We had, almost all of Nikiski out of power, but the great folks at Homer Electric were out there diligently working. Man, those guys and gals, they're like frontline folks. It doesn't matter if it's windy, snowy, raining, tropical storm. They're out there in the middle of the night fixing the power line. So I want to say a big thank you to them. They probably don't get a lot of gratitude, and I want to make sure that they feel like they've done a great job. So thank you so much for doing that last night. You're probably up till Powerline folks were probably up till 3:00 in the morning fixing stuff. But we have a very special treat today and special guest today. We have the two owners of Thunder Catch, Taran and Kara. They are the two captains. I think they're both captains. They can correct me if I'm wrong later, but they have an awesome brand. Not only do they fish in the Bristol Bay, but they sell their loot and their gold, which happens to be salmon, to folks all over the U.S. And they're here to tell us about their really cool business. Without further ado, welcome to the Must Read Alaska Show.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, John.
Well, tell us a little bit. We'll kind of get in, to what your business is and how awesome it is in a little bit. But tell us a little bit about where you grew up, each of you, and what got you. How did fishing become your first love?
Well, I grew up in up in northern Idaho, Bonners Ferry, and I grew up in the summers in Bristol Bay, Alaska, every single year of my entire life. So my parents brought me up before I could even walk and kind of taught me how to fish at the early ages. So 15 years ago, I bought my own boat after my dad really taught me as much as he could about fishing, drifting, it's called, with boats. And I love it. It's in my blood, and then I met Kara about 10 years ago. We're married now, and she came up. Go ahead, Kara.
Well, yeah, I mean, I should say this was definitely Taran's world, and I would have, I didn't even know a career like this even was a feasible option for someone who, led a pretty standard, very, very lucky, privileged lifestyle, but I had no sights of ever doing this before I met Taran. And I would say when we first met, obviously he had been fishing his whole life, when we met. And he had this idea of bringing his catch to share with our community in Sandpoint, Idaho, where we live now. And we realized we both had different skills and backgrounds career-wise. Taran used to work more on the wholesale side in the off seasons of fishing. He worked for one of the bigger fishing companies. doing imports and exports all over the world. And then I came from a sales and marketing background. So we both have a very different skill sets that we both recognize and appreciate in the other person. And we thought this could actually make a decent team. So we started so the first summer I came up and I fished with his family set netting in Bristol Bay, and then hopped on his boat at the end, and we brought back a portion of our catch from the summer and started at farmers markets and in our small little mountain town of 7,500 people.
Nice.
And
to get started, we had to fillet about 300 fish throughout the entire night, just to get it on Alaska air cargo by 6 p.m. the next day. It was insane, but we needed just to get in the farmers markets, we needed, I don't know. It was the only way to afford it back then to get started. It was pretty neat.
now we leave the filleting to the professionals at the
But
processing
that first time you were frantically flaying 300.
Exactly.
Very first time. Now it's all FDA approved everywhere.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about how much work goes into this, because I think, folks that are going to listen to this from all over the US and around the country, they're going to think that you're, casting a line or whatever, and it's just, coming in the boat every time. It's just so easy. And I bet that this is a grind. It's a hustle. It's not guaranteed. You're out there, probably 15, 16 hours a day sometimes. Talk to me a little bit about the work that goes into getting what you get at the end of every season.
Well, the season in Alaska in the summertime during the big salmon run, it's the largest sockeye run in the world, Bristol Bay. This year's forecast is for 39 million fish.
Wow.
Last year we had 53 million, and then the year before was the biggest we've ever seen it in history, which was a little over 80 million fish. So it's a huge salmon run, extremely sustainable. So there's a lot of fish to catch, and Fish and Game allows all the fishermen at certain times of the day to go catch them. So when they're really big runs or they see a lot of fish coming, they say, go for it, go for 12 hours, go for 16 hours straight. So it's a complete grind, catch as much as you can before the fish go up to the rivers and spawn, because the rivers can only take about 12 million fish before they kind of overpopulate, and there's no room for their eggs to rest, because you got fins flapping all over. And they're really good at managing exactly how many fish should go up there to spawn to maximize the numbers for the future runs. So this past few years, oh my gosh, this past summer I slept an average of an hour and a half to 2 hours a day. But the adrenaline and the love of fishing somehow, and I don't even drink coffee, it just gives me energy to keep going.
So Tara, tell me a little bit about your first summer there. Did you think, holy crap, what did I get myself into? This is a lot of work.
Oh, well, gosh. I was just going to say, he's not exaggerating when he says that's what his sleep schedule is. He does a really good job rotating crew. So on the back deck, we as crewmen, if we're working back there, get a little bit more respite, of course. But it is a grind, and but I don't know. I think there's something about it. There's certainly we like to say, up in Alaska, that part of our whole operation and our business of harvesting the fish is that's the easy part. The work back home with the daily grind and the computers and stuff, that's the job. But up in Alaska, it's physically incredibly demanding, but there's something meditative about it. And just with physical labor, there's to be able to fall asleep instantly when your head hits the
Yeah.
pillow. What a gift.
Well, it's got
But
to feel good because you work so hard, and then at one point you probably came back. You're giving, you're doing farmers market, and you build this brand, Thunder Catch. Talk to me a little bit about that moment in time where you guys thought, well, we could probably get more people to, there's people liking our product, people are loving what we're doing. Let's sell this above and beyond our little community. So talk to me a little bit about what kind of steered you all to create this awesome brand where people now can enjoy chowders and smoked salmon and a bunch of other things.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I guess in our town, we live in a very like active, healthy mountain town. And so when we brought our catch home, it was so well received by the community. And I mean, that just definitely gave us a big boost of confidence that people are like really into loving what we're doing. There's so much inherent value in people really appreciate knowing where their food comes from, especially in um, especially in the seafood industry when there's um, a lot of unknowns, so to have that direct connection, I think for our customers, they take a lot of pride in, I mean, they go out of their way to source from us, and of course we're so honored to be able to share it with them. So it's a huge driving force for us to do what we do in the off season. But I think after just how well it was received at the farmers market level, we kind of branched into how do we share this with the communities in the off season of the farmers markets, and we approached our local co-ops and grocers, and it was almost like too easy to get it in the stores. And
they love our story and they love the sustainability. Yeah, a lot of people who buy salmon, they are concerned about the run side, the sustainability, and we like to, and they're pleased to be assured that this salmon that we're catching, we can't catch enough of them. They're so sustainable up there, and so that's why they have been buying farm salmon, and it's really nice to teach them wild is so much better than the farmed in health benefits and
the environment.
Yeah, it's a night and day difference. It's not even comparable. It's almost.
And we have we don't use any preservatives in any of our products. We keep everything really clean, and I think there's just a huge need for that, and people really seek it out and appreciate it. And so there was kind of an opening in the marketplace for that. And that's, I mean, our biggest project of late is our chowder, which is one of our newest products. But that was just something that was inspired by us because we like to recreate in the outdoors, and we wanted something that we could eat and take in the backcountry with skiing and camping. And you can take smoked salmon, but after there's kind of a timeline of when you want to consume that. So we wanted a product that was nourishing and made with really good clean ingredients in our fish. And that's kind of how that idea was born. And we've been able to.
We figured out a way to make it shelf stable
Nice.
with no nitrates or preservatives, so we can now ship to the East Coast or globally if we can. So much, and it's a 2-year shelf life, so people can put it in their pantry. They can take it to work. They can get a nice big crusty bread and serve it to guests last minute or their families. It's pretty neat. We're really excited about this.
So my guess is you don't get that much downtime, right? Because you go catch it, you figure out how to get it back to wherever you need to get back to, then you land in Sandpoint and you're like, holy crap, I got 50, 70, 100 orders coming in. So like, do you ever get any downtime? What do you all like to do if you ever do get downtime?
Well, I mean, there is a lot of, it's just the two of us running this whole thing. So you definitely get out what you put in. as any business owner knows. But there is a lot of flexibility in being able to, work hard and play harder sometimes and take breaks. And yeah, we love to travel, and we love anything outdoors. We love mountain biking and skiing.
Nice.
And, but Taran's amazing at being able to work from anywhere, whereas I kind of need the structure of a home office. But
It's quite the transition from fishing on one side of it with no cell phones, and
Yeah.
you get back to the lower continental, and you're
You
all
got
right.
you
Now
got
it's
14 phones and you're ordering.
yeah,
right. Now
you
we
kind of have to pace yourself
we have
to
these
reintegrate back into society a little bit.
we have these salmon stock ups on our website, thunderscatch.com, and so people can pre-order their. So when we're up there fishing, they can pre-order.
Nice.
And all right, we come home and we have many cases of our sockeye fillets, freshly frozen, boneless sockeye fillets, to ship them throughout the whole country. So at a certain date, that's when we get all that fish. That's when we work hard. We ship them all, and we do that 3 times a year around Christmas time before we go back up fishing, and then right after we go fishing. So
Yeah, I'd say we kind of work in sprints of, yeah, we chunk it out, like getting our community and our direct customers stocked up with their fish, and then we, monthly restock our grocers and co-ops, and our restaurants weekly. And you can't do it all every day, but we're trying to get on a better sustainable schedule with it.
Yeah. So people are going to listen to this and think to themselves, man, these two people are just killing it. And maybe they're entrepreneurs too. There's going to be entrepreneurs listening to this, and they're not going to know where to start. They're going to think
Yeah.
they can never do this. What kind of advice would you give aspiring entrepreneurs that are maybe just starting out and hoping to be successful? You all have experienced some success. You're in the midst of probably having more success down the road. What's some advice you'd give to folks?
Well, that's very generous. I'm sure from the outside looking in, it maybe is perceptibly different because, yeah, any entrepreneur goes. It's tough, and sometimes it's so hard to focus on your greater goal when you're just entrenched in the daily operations of it all. And I think, gosh, I could go so many different directions with what's been really helpful for us, but finding a mentor, which we were able to talk to, I think, um, he
You broke
helped.
up there for a second.
We've been able to connect with a mentor who kind of has helped us step outside just the daily functions and operations of it all, and really ask us the bigger picture questions of, well, the whys, and just the small act of like getting out of that, and kind of reinvigorates the drive, I would say, and your purpose and your vision. And because it is, I don't know if we broke up, but I was saying, it's, at least for us, it's really easy to just get entrenched with the daily operations, um and just remember what you're working for, because with us, there's so many different directions that we want to take our business, that we could take our business, but just the limited capacity of being a small family operation kind of has its restrictions there at the moment. But yeah, having someone in your wheelhouse to just to bounce ideas off of and connect, and capitalizing on those connections to the more people that you can talk to, whether it's in your industry or even better outside of it, I think really brings a lot to the table, and your vision and your inspiration, at least for us.
That's awesome. So what's next for y'all? Thunder's Catch, I was joking earlier when we were on during the pre-interview, but Man, I think it's only a matter of time before this is in Sprouts and Walmart and the biggest chains, Albertsons, Fred Meyer. Um, I think this time next year, you guys will probably look back and think, "Oh man, we experienced a lot of growth." So, what's next for y'all? What would be ideal? You look back 5 years from now, where do you see Thunder's Catch?
Well, I guess we just got into Harris Teeter stores in the East Coast. There are about 258 of them for our salmon chowder because it's shelf stable. It's easy to ship them, and we're really excited to share the communities over there that product. They reached out to us when we were at the Boston Seafood Show this year, and we won first place in new retail item for that chowder
Congrats.
out of 51 countries and 71, finalists. Yeah, it was a small company like us against these huge ones. To win that award, I had no idea we would do that. So that was pretty great. So we want to keep going with that momentum. And I think a lot of retailers will love to have that first place retail item. So we need to reach out to some brokers, I think, and just kind of work into exactly what you said. Albertsons, Safeways, a lot of other, REI would be the ideal.
That'd be great.
Yeah. And I guess the nature of another touching point for growing your business is like set your visions high, but work towards what's sustainable, because I think that's what's been really helpful for us is we've just been inching closer to what we want to do in a sustainable fashion year after year. It's hard to really take that leap unless you have major investors and stuff, which if you do, go for it. But yeah, growth is growth, and just keep climbing and keep striving.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'd like to roll out specifically the chowder at a national level. We think there's a lot of traction and momentum there specifically, but also in other avenues too. We're kind of exploring some food service options, so to be able to offer that product at a restaurant level, or some other options that we can share later.
Nice.
Right.
So there's going to be people thinking, how do I order this? Where do I go? Talk to folks about where they can find you, how they can order it. Where are you at on Instagram and Facebook and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah. Well, our website is thunderscatch.com, and I should say where that whole namesake comes from is Taran's boat's name is Thunder. So our business is Thunder's Catch. So thunderscatch.com, you can order online and we can ship anywhere in the country. You can also find our chowder on Amazon. So free shipping if you have Prime. And then,
you just type in Thunder's Catch salmon chowder, and it's our smoked salmon chowder. It'll pop up right away. Big, nice, beautiful orange coral colored package.
And on social, I mostly run our social accounts. We're Thunder's Catch on Instagram or Facebook as well. I go in and out of how active I am, or if we're on the fishing boat. Of course, we don't really have cell phone service or anything, so there might be a little radio silence and dry spell there, but we try and keep up with it when we can.
Nice. Well, any last minute thoughts here before we head off?
No, I would love everyone to try our salmon. We have a beautiful, amazing sockeye fillets, and we ship nationwide. So just check us out on our website, thunderscatch.com. And
I think it's a product that, salmon is it's so amazing for you, and it's one of those foods that feel good when you eat it, good for the environment, and we just I have more of a spiritual approach to it, but it just nourishes your your body, mind, and spirit when you eat it. And yeah, it's just an incredible product. And the more, I think, the more people are willing to try it, we're all better off for it. So
nice. Well, folks listening, we're going to do something really awesome. When I post this Facebook video, the full length Facebook video, I'm going to choose somebody who leaves a comment or shares or likes the post. I'm going to put your name in a hat like we've done in the past. I'm going to literally draw out a name, and that person is going to win some swag and some cool gifts from Thunder's Catch. They're going to send it directly to that person. We'll do a little, I'll do a video on who the winner is. I don't know, Sunday evening, and it'll be fun. So if you're listening, watching, or reading, go to our Facebook, Must Read Alaska's Facebook, find the full video. I'll pin it to the top of the page. I'll leave it there till Sunday evening. Comment, like, or share the post. Do all three, you get 3 entries, and I'll pick a name out of the hat. And that person will win some swag and maybe some salmon from Thunder's Catch. So
yeah, some salmon love. We'll send it your way.
Salmon chowder.
Nice. So I want to encourage everybody also to go to Thunder's Catch website. I'll put it in the description of the podcast, and go buy yourself some salmon. This is a couple who has worked really hard. Every year they go and they fish in the summer at Bristol Bay, and they come back and they get to share their bounty with folks all over the U.S. And so let's support them and go buy some of their stuff. If you listen, watch, or read Must Read Alaska and you like what you hear, go to mustreadalaska.com, and you want to help keep the lights on, you can donate to Must Read Alaska. There's a little donate button. Every $5, $10, $100 helps keep the lights on here at Must Read Alaska. And until next time, I'm John Quick from somewhere in Alaska. Thank you.
Thank you.